We all love a good game show that tests our wits, keeps us on the edge of our seats, or just makes us ROTFL. And you know who makes the wildest game shows? Our folks from the land of the rising sun. You've seen one of those wacky clips of contestants doing anything and everything for that coveted prize, but just how far are they willing to go to give audiences a good laugh? Let's find out in these 10 weirdest and most shocking Japanese game shows. What's up, Facnatics? This is Discovery Amuse serving up your daily dose of the most outrageous, outlandish, and out-of-this-world fun facts. Let's see if you can keep a straight face while watching our number one pick, because they're pulling no punches. Contestants, come on down! Number 10, AK Bingo. This variety show was named after the popular Japanese girl group AKB and ran for a solid 11 years until they bid farewell on air in September of 2019. Judging from the title alone, you'd probably expect to see a bunch of girls playing an innocent game of bingo. Well, it's not really as simple as that. In one of the segments, the girls from AKB play a game of dodgeball. The catch? Those who get hit will have to face a penalty that only gets crazier as the game progresses. From getting electrocuted while having to eat or drink something, smelling nasty 3-day-old socks, to blowing a whole bug into each other's mouths. Woo! It's just absolutely gnarly! If you thought this was cringeworthy, wait till you see our number one pick. You can virtually feel the contestants' pain. Number 9, Brainwall. You may have seen the international versions of this game, but the OG human Tetris-style game titled Brainwall was a segment in a Japanese game show called The Tunnels. Thanks to everyone. The gameplay is simple. Contestants dressed in spandex have to fit themselves into the cutout on the approaching wall to win. If you think that sounds easy, think again. Just look at all the insane poses the players have to do. This one looks pretty easy to nail, if only the hole was big enough. Sometimes you don't even know anymore whether the showrunners actually want anyone to win this darn game at all. Perhaps the only winners at Brainwall are the viewers who can't stop laughing. Number 8, Slippery Stairs. The title is self-explanatory in this one. The players, who are dressed like a low-rent version of the Power Rangers, have to race to the top of a steep, slippery staircase. And I'm telling you, even if you have the strongest legs on the planet, that won't help you win this one giant, slimy mess of a game. Watching the players climb up in slow-mo has never been this suspenseful and oh so painful to watch. But you know what's even more painful? Just when players get to the top and reach into the treasure chest. Either the staff adds more grease onto the stairs, or the contestants pull each other back down. Here's hoping no player needed actual stitches after they have all of us in stitches. Number 7, candy or not candy. We've all been told as kids not to stuff our mouths with random stuff. So imagine being an adult and having to sink your teeth into hats, tables, and shoes to see if they're actually edible. That's the simple premise of this Japanese game show, where celebrities have to use their mouths to test whether something is real or just sweet candy. And because the Japanese game show gods are so freaking awesome, contestants wouldn't know the difference just by looking at the random objects, because the sweet treats look so darn real. Let's see if you can actually guess which of these are candy or not. Imagine having to put this doorknob in your mouth and risk swallowing all the germs and bacteria if the thing was real. This lady probably didn't want to accept the fact that she had just stuffed her face with a real calendar, so she just went for it. This guy couldn't believe his luck after realizing that the shoe was actually made of chocolate. This man, however, wasn't as lucky. Yuck. Number 6, Tori. If you fail in this game show, you either run the risk of falling from a cliff or become a human mummy. The Japanese game show called Tori looks like the 90s kids game show Legends of the Hidden Temple on steroids. Contestants need to answer the riddles correctly or suffer grave consequences. In this segment, for every wrong answer, a couple of bricks will push the players into a deep abyss. Ooh, that looks pretty deep. Just watch as the contestants hold on for dear life. In another segment of the show, the players need to strategize and work together to get to the top of the inclined wall if they don't want to slide down to their death, or at least into the cushioned mat from 6 feet high. But the craziest consequence has to be this one, where contestants are slowly bandaged like a mummy. Did they steal these gigantic toilet paper rolls from the Titans or something? Number 5, Garo. Escape rooms have never been this nerve-wracking. This game show called Garo features various rooms where players need to solve different puzzles in order to get out. Fail to answer all of them before the time runs out and suffer the painful, albeit fake, death. From getting sandwiched in between walls, falling off of retracting planks, to being squeezed to kingdom come. This show has no shortage of zany ways to torture their contestants and keep viewers on the edge of a heart attack, especially whenever this creepy guy in a paper bag pops out. Number 4, spread your legs. At this point, we already know that Japanese game shows can get a little sadistic, but geez, this one certainly takes the torture cake. There are no puzzles, no riddles, nor any tasks to accomplish. Just a leg stretcher and a numbered spinning wheel. All the players have to do is outstretch the competition. Be the first to give and you lose. The teams take turns spinning the wheel, and whichever number the wheel lands on corresponds to the number of turns the wheel on the leg stretcher gets cranked.
Why me crank it? Why me roll? Why me crank that soldier boy? That Superman?
The fact that it's mostly girls in tiny skirts who play this game might raise some eyebrows, although to be fair, they all seem to be having a family-friendly good time. I guess no gymnasts are allowed here. Number 3, let's go to the end of the world. If you think you're as fearless as Bear Grylls, then this show is right up your alley. Think Amazing Race meets Fear Factor, and you get this bonkers show that will test your nerves to the core. This game show follows contestants as they travel around the world, where they have to face death-defying challenges at every stop on their tour. In one challenge, a girl dressed in a kimono gets chased by a hungry Komodo dragon with a piece of steak dangling from her dress. In this one, after a player is placed inside a glass box, a massive grizzly bear is released. Just look at that curious bear sniffing and trying to break the freaking box. perhaps the only thing scarier than the bear is this girl's eyebrows. Number 2, human slip and slide. This one might be a bit too NSFW, but it seems there's nothing too racy for Japanese game masters. In one segment, a gaggle of girls in itsy-bitsy teeny-weeny bikinis lay side by side as a middle-aged man in nothing but tight Speedos attempts to cross the slippery sea of women by crawling over them. What just happened there? In another segment, 2 guys go head-to-head as the scantily clad women place apples inside their underpants. Whoever gets the most apples inside their boxers wins. But wait till you see what happens to the losing contestant. I guess it's a sleazy man's idea of a win-win? Before we go to our number 1 pick, do us a solid and make sure to smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Don't forget to choose all so you won't miss out on any of our latest life-changing, boredom-busting content. And of course, be sure to turn on notifications in your app settings. Number 1, Gaki no Tokai. We've covered some weirdly shocking game shows on this list. But imagine taking all those and putting them in one variety show. There's no preparing for the painful moments and hilarious antics of this show called Gaki no Tokai. Some of their side-splitting segments would have you cringe in pain for the players. One of the most popular ones is a segment called the Batsu Game. The players have to sit through pranks and skits without cracking up. The segment called The Wall of Boxes involves contestants sitting on top of stacks of boxes. They have to stay on top of the stack while random people try to tumble the tower down. Another game called Chinko Machine has 6 men answering pop culture questions. If they get it wrong, a paddle device will then flip up to smack them right in the nuts. What? That ought to make a man out of them. So, which of these shows left you scratching your head in utter confusion? Tell us about it in the comment section below. Take home any of our exclusive gear by browsing our merch shelf or clicking the link in the video description. And while you're at it, take our quiz to find out how you can earn extra cash online doing what you do best. Awesome, right? Wait, we're not done making you laugh your head off. Check out our list of the 15 hilariously awkward family photos right now. Till then, stay hilarious, Factnatics, and see you in the next video!